Hey folks, you know the score by now. It's week 3 of What Happened on My Universe Mode this week! We were in New Orleans, Louisiana for Raw, and we began with a different Divas match than usual. Summer Rae took on Naomi, and from the get-go, Naomi kicked her ass, and then hit her with her ass, and won. If you thought there was a distinct lack of action there, we had a 6-way battle royal after that between Curtis Axel, R-Truth, Dean Ambrose, Jack Swagger, Kane and Ryback, with the winner getting a shot at Sheamus' US title at some point. Non-storyline, this was just me deciding this would happen. And it was action-packed. Kane was eliminated straight away by Curtis Axel, which is a bit weird, face it, it's Curtis Axel. And then it went on from there. Ryback eliminated by Dean Ambrose and Curtis Axel. And then Curtis Axel just demolishing everyone, and it got a bit weird. Once Curtis Axel though hit this move, Jack Swagger kicked him out. No seller. Dean Ambrose though did what he's been doing a lot recently, and won the match. Him v Sheamus soon. There he is, shaking no one's hand. In another Divas match, Divas champion AJ Lee took on Nikki Bella. And beat her with ease, because it's AJ Lee and Nikki Bella. Following the match, Brie came out signifying her intentions that she wanted to be Divas champion. Brie's husband, Daniel Bryan, was up next, and he'd given up trying to take on Randy Orton, so he took on the champion, Brock Lesnar. Although Randy Orton came out to say hello. Daniel Bryan then went out and attacked him. Unfortunately, when Randy Orton got him back in the ring, Brock was waiting there to powerbomb the shit out of him, taking the win. Bryan and Orton were done for the night, but Brock was doing double duty as he took on John Cena in a submission match. Because it's Universe mode and every feud has a submission match. This was a nice back and forth match, like you'd expect a main event to be. Once everyone was suitably knackered after finishing moves, the submission moves came out.
Oh my God, they can't breathe. Oh, he's gonna have to.
The decisive submission hold was by John Cena as he locked on the FU and Brock tapped. You won't see that very often. And from New Orleans to Detroit for main event, and we began it with a real screamer of a match. Rob Van Dam beat Chris Jericho. Big moves, big moments, and some great back and forth action. In the end, Rob Van Dam took the win with a 5-star frog splash.
Oh my, there's the submission hold. He's in the driver's seat now. Rob Van Dam turns. Boy, did he get dropped or what? Huge move. What's Jericho got to do to win at this point? Completely unbelievable move. What a winner.
After that, Santino Marella came out for some Taker time. Bomb. And this match didn't last long because it was The Undertaker v Santino. What the hell did you expect? Undertaker won easily.
My, The Undertaker. He's done. The Undertaker puts it away.
In non-title action, European Champion Kevin Nash took on Raven in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Surprisingly, Kevin Nash didn't really do much, but he did that DDT. Raven, though, did a better DDT and won. Possibly a European title shot in the future.
Here is your winner.
In a repeat of the end of last week's tag match, Shawn Michaels took on Batista to see if he'd actually beat him in a full match instead of just the end of a tag match. And Shawn Michaels did, unfortunately for Batista.
Hold on! A tight hold here. Does he have enough left? Music out of nowhere. Sweet chin music. What a move.
After the match, Batista wasn't too happy and didn't want to shake Shawn Michaels' hand.
I like the display, but I don't know how much trust.
In the main event, two big fan favourites collided as CM Punk took on Stone Cold, and they shook hands at the start. Respect. But in a match that was a lot shorter than I expected, Stone Cold took the win after a Stone Cold Stunner.
Here's your winner.
The Future finally left Montreal and went to Chicago for NXT. Bull Dempsey began it with a Falls Count Anywhere match against Mojo Rawley. Turns out Mojo Rawley put a bit more of a fight up than Kick-Ass, but not enough of a fight, as Bull Dempsey took the win. Up next was tag team action as Sami Zayn teamed with Kevin Steen to take on Corey Graves and Tim Weiser.
Oh my gosh, his neck. Right on target. He plants him down. Big elbow. Oh, what a crossbody. A textbook reverse.
In a cracking little match, Sami Zayn and Kevin Steen took the win, and Kevin Steen hit a boom package pile driver. We had some lucha action next, as Kalisto, accompanied by Sin Cara, took on Kick-Ass, who's not a luchador and has really generic moves, because I don't think anyone's given him a moveset. But that's okay, because I never plan to use him, except as a jobber. Anyway, Kalisto won after a fairly close match. Continuing the last few weeks, Hideo Itami took on Tyson Kidd this time, and unlike the last 2 weeks, the inverted commas veteran actually got the win against the inverted commas newbie. Tyson hit a kick and this blockbuster for the win. Next up, Hardcore Champion Xavier Woods defended his title against Rusev, of course, who he lost to on week 1. This one was a little bit more back and forth, but it was the same result, with Rusev winning the Hardcore title. Instead of celebrating with the title though, Rusev decided to get a few more shots in on Xavier Woods. Lastly, Smackdown was in Cleveland, Ohio, and Bad News Barrett opened the show against Justin Gabriel. This was our generic jobber win. By that I mean he beat the jobber. With ease, Barrett wins. Boom! The Brotherhood of Cody Rhodes and Goldust continued their little mini feud with Fandango as he teamed with Darren Young in a normal tag match. This was my match of the week. Back and forth, everything. Lots of moves, lots of big moves. It was a cracker. It had looked like the tide had swung in Fandango and Darren Young's favour when he hit this hot tag and got the pin, but Cody hit that for the win. 3-0 to Cody and Goldust. World Heavyweight Champion Mark Henry collided with Alberto Del Rio in a continuation of their feud. Unfortunately for Mark Henry, Alberto Del Rio was a little too quick and snuck a roll-up victory. Sneaky, sneaky.
Oh, his spine bending. Been done. Now it made that should do it right there. 3. Alberto never got out of the starting gate.
After Jey Uso and Luke Harper faced off last week, Jimmy Uso took on Eric Rowan in a normal singles match this time. The result again was the same. as Rowan took the victory with power. Surely Harper and Rowan will take the tag titles soon. The last match of the week was another Universe Special submission match between Cesaro and Dolph Ziggler. Once again, these two had a back and forth match, no advantage being taken really.
Is important in all parts of life, especially here in. Man, there's no getting up from that. Oh, monumental move by. Whoa, what a move!
It ended with Cesaro taking the win with a backbreaker thingy. Some questions. Will Brie Bella get her Divas title shot? Will Randy Orton leave Daniel Bryan alone? Will Shawn Michaels get Batista's respect? Will this mean anything? And will Smackdown actually get a cutscene? Find out next time on What Happened on My Universe Mark!